Hello guys, how you doing? How's the weekend going? Okay, I have a new video for you. In this video, I'm going to be telling you a few things that you can do to better your images before you take them to your editing software. Right here, we are on Camera Raw. Same process can be done with Capture One. Same process can be done with Lightroom. So first of all, let's go to Capture One, because I know a lot of persons will tell me we don't use this software. What we use is Capture One. So let's go to Capture One. I have Capture One right here. So we are just going to wait for Capture One to load, because like me, this is what I use. I've been using Capture One for a long time, but I later switched from Capture One. So I can also show you how to how to do the same thing in Capture One. So I'll just name this test one and say okay. So it's very fast to load. Then I'll drag same image into Capture One, drag it in, and it will show me this, and I'll say pick, and I would import. Now what I want to show you is, first of all, the main reason why I don't edit my images with Capture One is because of some color changes that I see that I've not been able to figure out how to fix it, but I know a lot of other persons that have been able to fix it and are working with it very well. So normally you can come here, check this, but I noticed that what I'm getting here is not what I want to be editing, because if you look at this color and look at this color, you see difference in color. Where are you? You see difference in color. I don't know if you're seeing it very well. You see difference in color. Let me bring this in. So I prefer what I'm seeing here to this, because this looks more like the human skin tone than this. This is looking very, very magenta-ish, and it lacks contrast, and this is not how I saw it in my camera, and that's the reason why I would always not go with what you're seeing here. I'll go with this, but till I find a way, I'll keep using Camera Raw. I know with few settings I'm going to fix that. So here I have Capture One. What I have to do is, if I want to edit this picture to my taste, because sometimes we edit our pictures with the mindset that what we are seeing in our background is how we want our background to be. We don't want our background to be darker or brighter. You understand? So for that reason, if you want something like that, because it's very, very necessary, we come to here, we come to our layout here, then we can create a new layout. Sorry. We can just click and hold and create a new field layout. Then we can come here, come to select objects. That will help us load the subject into a new layout on its own. This might take few times, this might take a longer time based on the system you're using, but for me, it has done the masking for me. For me to know if the masking has been done, I'm going to press M. With my M, you notice the selection was done nicely. Check the edges. Check the edges. The edges was done very nicely. This is just a feathered edge of the hair. So it did a very good job. So I'll press my M again. Then I can now work on my subject separately. You understand? Then the next one I want to do is go back to the image and select background. So I'll put both of them in two different backgrounds. So let me check my mask. I'll put them in two different backgrounds, so that if I want to work on the image, I come here, I'll just maybe increase my shadows. Whatever I do will just be affecting the image itself and not the background. So you see that even as I've increased the exposure, it's not looking that obvious from the background that I have done anything serious. Then I go to the background and I do same thing, like bringing down the highlights, bringing down the blacks and maybe white. Whatever I'm doing will be affecting both the background and the subject separately. It helps in the sense that you don't want to start doing, let me turn off all of this. let me turn off all of that and work with the background layout. You don't want to start working and you say maybe you increase your shadow and it's affecting both the background and the subject itself. You don't want to do that. So for the safer side, you have to do the method I showed you. Another thing that you can do is also to create, let me say, I think my tab is off. Okay, my tab is off, but I could just come to what you're seeing here. All these options works very well. So you can use this. This is the new one that was developed recently, which is the AI brush. You can just use it. As you can see, if you click here now, it will select that part of the image. I'll hold down my shift and click it like this. So now I have my skin tone selected, just the skin selected. So if I want to work now, I can work on the skin separately. I can darken the skin, brighten the skin, increase the highlight on the skin. Whatever I'm doing here will just be affecting the skin and leave the hair and the background alone. So it's a very good option to work with. So that is for people that are using Capture One. But if you're not using Capture One, let's go back to Camera Raw, which is where I work. So let me reduce this a little. Let me reduce it like this. Let me just keep it here. So for Camera Raw, the new AI also works perfectly. The AI works perfectly. So if you want to use the AI for your editing, your everyday editing, this is how you do it. So first of all, you come to this option that you're seeing here. This one that you're seeing here is the same thing as the mask that you have been seeing in the other part of the Capture One that we just used. So I will click on it. Once I click on it, I have three different options: background, sky, and object. For this image, we don't have a background. Sorry, we don't have a sky. So we are working with the options that we have. So the first option I showed you was sub object. As you can see, I've selected it. So if I do anything, it will affect just the subject. You understand? Whatever I do here will affect just the subject. Then if I come back here plus and say I want to work on the background, I will click on background. You see, they are very, very fast when it comes to the loading. Can work on the background separately, reduce my highlights, reduce my, like this now. If I reduce my highlight, I'm enjoying it more than when the highlight is like this. You understand? So if I don't use any of these options, if I just come back to here and I start moving, it will affect the image and it will affect the background. So we don't want that. We want to affect everything separately. It makes your image come out better. So if you want to affect the skin, we just go to people. Once you click on people, you have the option to select any area you want to select separately. If I mark anywhere, it's going to be selected. So for this image, I want to mark the face, the body. If you notice, face and body has nothing to do with eye and eyebrow with lip. If you feel like the thing is entering the lip and you don't like it, there is still an option for you. Once you create this, you can just go to subtract, brush, click on your brush, reduce the size of your brush to the way you like it, then go and paint it away from the areas that you don't want it to be. Then the rest, you just go and start working on your skin separately. And start working on your skin separately. That you're reducing the brightness of your skin. If I added the eyebrow and the lip, everything will be working together, but I didn't add those parts. So the parts that I added are the part that is being affected. So I'll just maybe bring down my highlight a little, push up the shadow so that the shadow areas will have more light. Just try out whatever you want to try out. But at this point, whatever you're doing will just be affecting just the skin. So if I increase it a little or darken it a little, it's a dark skin image. So it's always nice that when you darken it, then I can now go back to the background mask or the full body mask, then see what I want to do. If I want to still bring it down or bring down the highlight based on the hair or something. But at this point, even if you pop, you can still go back and work on this part separately. You need to pop because of this highlight on the hair. The hair light is very, very nice. I had to add a light here and a light coming from above to get what you're seeing here. So this is what I wanted to show you in this video. It's very, very necessary. At the end of the day, when you see your before and your after of your image, when you go back, look at them side by side, you know that you have done a lot of changes without affecting the background, without destroying the background, I've done a lot of things. So at this point, if we go back to the default, we can still bring down our blacks, push our contrast. Now it affects everything. Now look at how contrasted this image is compared to the way it was. So it's something you really need to look at. So that's why I said I should make this video for you guys, because I really care about you guys. I've not been shouting you should subscribe, but it's very, very important that you subscribe to my channel if you want to be seeing content like this. Please, I take back, take God you. Ladies and gentlemen, if this video was helpful, do well to subscribe and follow the page. Follow me on all social media platforms to learn more. And see you in my next video.